Hey, it's me, Jess. I know it's been a minute, but I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I'm still standing. Most times. All the time. Let's be honest. I'm still a professional stander. But today, I'm back. This is season 2 of Just Jess. Let's go. Hi, friends. Welcome back to Just Jess. If you're new here, I'm Jess, your favorite bipolar, tattooed, sometimes chaotic, always honest host with a whole lot of medical conditions and even more feelings. The show is where we talk about the messy parts of being human. Nothing is off limits, and everything is said with love, guts, truth, and bravery. It's been almost a year since the last full episode dropped. A lot has changed, and a lot hasn't. I thought I was done. I wasn't. I thought I had nothing left to say. I was wrong. I know now that I have a platform not for my voice, but to lift up others who have a story to tell. I'm coming at you with almost 12,000 listeners, no longer saying, listen to me, but saying, it's time to listen to them. So where have I been? Grieving, fighting, healing, falling apart, stitching myself back together. I stopped the podcast because my body started breaking down faster than I could document it. My platelets skyrocketed, my legs gave out, and my pain levels reached new heights I didn't think were survivable. I got distracted. I got really distracted. I've tried med after med, lived in hospitals and ERs, stopped taking things, started new ones. I've screamed into pillows. I've watched friends disappear. But I also started volunteering again. I made new friends. I watched my children thrive. I went to the beach. I laughed. I loved. I made it to another spring. And that was a goddamn miracle. Let's talk health for a minute because, I keep it real. Here's the current rundown, okay? If you don't know, here you go. I've got essential thrombocythemia, a rare blood cancer that causes my blood to clot and for me to have heart attacks and strokes. Mini clots that causes things like numbness or vision issues, mini thrombosis events in my arms. I had a portal vein thrombosis in my liver in 2023. I have tachycardia, a leaky mitral valve, pericardial effusion, meaning extra fluid around my heart, likely from my hypothyroidism, trauma, stress, or just my cancer. I have no fallopian tubes or gallbladder. I deal with chronic pain in my legs because of the inflammation in my bone marrow, that I'm prescribed a wheelchair when I need it, and a heavy regimen of pain meds. I'm triple negative when in the ET world, which makes my treatment harder for my cancer. I've tried hydroxyurea, Jakafi, Vanyo, and now I'm on Ojara. This last one is finally making a dent, but the pain, still brutal. I'm also managing rapid cycling bipolar type 1, CPTSD, extreme anxiety, depression, and addiction. My legs hurt a lot every day. Some days I can't walk, but every day I have to. And I've learned to ask for help more often. I've also learned that sometimes, even when everything hurts, I still have things worth showing up for. Like this. Like my kids. Like you. Okay, I want to take a second to highlight something good because even in the storm, there are sparks of light. My podcast hit 10,000 listeners right before I stepped away last year. We're almost at 12,000. And I never got to say thank you, so thank you for every listen, every message, every moment you spent with me in your earbuds while I cried, cussed, or cracked jokes about cancer. You reminded me I'm not alone. And you gave me a reason to come back. So, what does it mean to be the comeback kid? I've worked and I thought on that phrase a lot. Comebacks aren't always loud. They don't always involve fireworks or grand reveals. Sometimes they look like showing up to record, even when your legs are on fire. Sometimes they look like staying alive. This episode is a reminder to me, to you, to anyone who's felt like they've lost their plot of their own story, that it's never too late to start a new chapter. You can always start a new season. If you don't like where you're at, let's turn the page, close the door, and work on it. Work on yourself. Find it in yourself and start a new season. Season 2, season 7. Have a mini death. Have 8 mini deaths. Step sideways instead of forwards or backwards and just find where you need to be. Find the you that you need to be to get through. I think I've learned that people do a lot of different things to survive. To survive, not to thrive, but just to make it to the next day. A lot of bad things, a lot of things I wouldn't do, a lot of things that I would condemn, I guess. And then I realized I've done the same. I've lived a life where I have had to do terrible things for myself, terrible things for other people, just to stay alive, just to keep breathing. And that I have no place to pass judgment on what you've done to survive. I'm glad you have made it this far. I'm proud that you've made it this far. I know what it's taken me to get here. I know we don't all have the same story, that you might hear mine and think, damn, that's a lot. But babe, I might hear yours and think the same thing while you're walking around thinking your trauma isn't any kind of serious trauma. Something I say so often to people is trauma is trauma. Your trauma is real. We don't compare traumas. Who am I to say that I deserve more than you because my loss seems more significant? No. All loss is significant. All trauma is traumatic. I am done passing judgment on people for what they've done to survive because I know what I have to do to survive. I know what I have done to survive. And maybe while I'm here in this moment, I should apologize for the people who I hurt in order to survive. Or maybe even who I hurt in order to thrive. I don't feel like that's the case. I'd like to think that I've never purposely hurt anybody to get ahead, but 19-year-old me was a jackass. 20s me wasn't super great. Honestly, it wasn't until I met Josh that I saw what a wonderful person looked like and wanted to emulate that because he showed me. And he showed me I could be loved, so I loved myself. And once I started loving myself, everything changed. This is my long way of saying, don't feel shame about what you've had to do to survive, to get where you are right now. You've made it. And I know if you had a choice, you probably wouldn't have done the things that you did to get where you are now. But sometimes we don't have the choice. Last year, I sat in a hospital bed, heart monitor beeping next to me, while a nurse softly said, "You're too young to be dealing with this." And I nodded. Because, yeah, I am. But I'm here anyways. And I realized something in all this mess, being the comeback kid doesn't mean you stop falling. It means you keep getting back the fuck up. When your legs are screaming, when you don't want to, even when no one claps. There's no round of applause. No one's watching your comeback. It's for you. You gotta keep getting up. And I did. I'm up again. I'll fall. Sure. But I know now that it's not just me that I'm picking myself up for. It's my kids. It's my husband. It's my friends, my family. It's for you. Tomorrow, it's officially happening. Episode 20, The Comeback Kid, comes out. The season has been a bit of a learning curve for me. I've been using new software from last year and have been learning along the way. Episode 20 is going to sound different from episode 25, but hold on with me and listen as I learn. Be patient with me, please. I forgot all about how to do what I was doing before and have approached all of this in a new way as a new person. Like I said, please do me the favor of listening to me as I go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. And thank you for letting me come back too. If you like the episodes, share it with a friend. Tag me on Instagram at the.jess.faulkner. You can tag me on TikTok at the.justjesspodcast or on my Facebook page, Just Jess. And don't forget, Sick Bitch Summer starts now. Merch is out. We've got hats, crop tops, sweatpants, t-shirts. You know the vibes, don't you? Or are you asking, what is Sick Bitch Summer? Let me tell you. Sick Bitch Summer is a movement for those of us who have been sidelined by chronic illness, mental health struggles, trauma, or grief. It's about reclaiming our power and making noise. It's about showing up as we are, messy, resilient, and unapologetically real. Think hot girl summer, but attainable and just as sexy by being your non-perfect self. This summer, we're not hiding our pain. We're embracing it, sharing our stories, and finding strength in our vulnerability. We're taking back summer and making it ours, because we deserve joy, laughter, and connection, even in the midst of our struggles. So let's raise our voices, support each other, and make this Sick Bitch Summer one to remember. Well, thanks for hearing me out. I'm pretty nervous, you guys. I'm pretty nervous about tomorrow. I listened to episode 20, which I recorded weeks ago. And yeah, it's a little rough around the edges, but I promise you, as you go on, things get better. Comeback Kid is a little rough, but so am I. Be gentle with yourselves. Be loud if you need to be. And don't forget, no matter what happens next, I love you. And I'm so fucking glad you're still here. Until tomorrow, this has been Just Jess.